Kind of like long and gangly like a slender man. Hi, I'm Nonnie and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a get ready with me / storytime video because I personally really enjoy watching them, so I thought I'd do one myself. So if you are wondering what products I'm using, I am going to write them all in the description. That way I don't sidetrack from my story time, because I am really good at getting sidetracked, so we'll see if it even helps. I'll probably still get sidetracked, let's be honest. So yeah, I am going to use my skincare. I have exfoliated my face already in the shower. So this is just vitamin C oil. I have like really extremely dry skin, especially my nose, but after the Clinica Vitamin C I will put some moisturizer on. Just a real basic moisturizer. And after the moisturizer, I'm going to use the eye cream, and I use two eye creams. I use this anti-wrinkle basic eye cream that doesn't smell like anything. And then for my other eye cream, I use this Shiseido anti-dark circles eye cream. But I always make sure to do it in here, because these are always really dark. Okay, so the topic I actually wanted to talk about today was my paranormal experiences, my own personal experiences with paranormal activity. But 4 times I've had, probably off the top of my head, 4. There was the bus, Home Alone, Christmas, the time with my ex Chantal. Is there only 3? Oh no, 4, yes. And then the time at the park. So I'll prime my face and I'll tell you all about it. Me and my mate David, he was living with me, I guess we're kind of dating. We snuck out down to the park to go see our friend Kat, because she had made birthday cupcakes for us. Because we're both Scorpio, he's 1 year older. But anyways, she made us birthday cupcakes, which was really cute. So anyways, so we went to the playground to go meet Kat to go get cupcakes, and that was cute. We're just hanging out with her and we're eating cupcakes when suddenly we hear like, and it sounded like maybe like not heavy steps, but like kind of sounded exactly like a child running down the metal slide, which was kind of terrifying. And we're all just like, did you hear that? And we all just were sitting on the like thing that you spin around, you know, like, I don't know what it's called, the thing that it's got a wheel and you can like spin yourself around. And we were just sitting on that with the cupcakes in the middle, and we all kind of froze up and we're like, I swear that sounded like a kid running down the slide. So anyway, made maybe like 2 times or something. It was like we were pretty freaked out and we're like, maybe we should go. It's actually pretty scary. We're pretty scared. Just spotting, just grabbing all the really red parts, which is my whole face, and concealing them. That's a lot of concealer. Okay, and David were like, so we just go, that's pretty freaky, that's pretty weird. and then we're like, stood up, we're like, ahhing, and then it was like, do-do-do-do-do-do, and it was so loud, it was kind of like, get the fuck out of my playground, cunts, like, yes, you should go. So, because I am that person that dies first in the horror movie, for sure, was like, I really just need to figure out what the fuck it is. I need to know why that sound is happening. So I went up to the slide to investigate, and the slide, so the park, like the lights are right under the center of the park where like the toys, the bars and all that kind of stuff, the main thing, and then the slide is kind of off. It's on a hill, so there's this big hilly thing and the slide starts at the top of the hill and slides kind of like perfectly down with it, and it's just this like tin metal slide, but it's kind of in the dark, so we couldn't really see it well, but I was determined to figure out what the sound was. Wasn't windy, wasn't particularly hot, wasn't particularly cold, because I know that metal can expand and stuff in certain temperatures, but it was actually a nice night. It was just normal. Anyways, so I went to have a look at the slide and see anything. I was like, what the hell, there's definitely nothing on it. Like, got my phone and like looking at it and it's fine. And I was like, you know what, like maybe there's a cat like underneath it or something, like running down, being crazy. So I went under the slide and it's like this, you know, like crouched down height. Walked up the hill with the slide, like what the hell? And then suddenly it was like do 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 do, and I was like the sound literally happened. It literally sounded like it was running down, and it was very, very loud because I was right under it, and the metal slide literally tapped my head and I freaked the fuck out and I sprinted to David and Kat, who had already been leaving without me. They'd left. They were right at the entrance. They were like, what the fuck? And then because I freaked out and was running at them, we all freaked out and started running towards Kat's house, and as we were running away, the sound was louder and louder and louder, and it was just, the neighbours should have woke up and looked out the door and been like, what the fuck you doing? That's how loud it was. And it was like midnight, like it wasn't too late, so I feel like people would be light enough asleep to be like, shut the fuck up. But yeah, that was one of my first spooky experiences. I mean, I don't know what it was. We don't know what it was. I checked out the slide. There was no cat there. There was no animal there. There was nothing on top of it when I ran away when it touched my head. It just touched my head and I ran away, freaked out. There was nothing there. But yeah. My family used to go up to Napier often, see Shane's best friend's family, so they'd have Christmas together and they'd do like, I don't know, Splash Planet and shit. But I was a hairdresser at the time, so I never went up north for Christmas. I was always by myself. That's cool. I like money. And hairdressers always work through Christmas period, like, good luck. So anyways, I was home alone, and because I was going to be home alone they were there for quite a long time. It was at least a week or something, maybe 2 weeks of the school holidays. I think because it was like 2 weeks, I set up my bedroom in the lounge, as you do. I like literally took my mattress upstairs and made my bed in the center of the lounge and set it up so I just had the big TV in my bed. And my room was tiny, so it was nice. I need foundation. So it was like 2-3 in the morning and I was watching White Chicks, which, great movie. Classic. And then I just got thirsty, so I was like, oh, okay, I'll go into the kitchen to go get myself a drink. myself soda. And I am lazy and never close any of the curtains except for the room I was in, so the curtains in the lounge were closed. But the whole entire house was quite lit up from the moonlight because I didn't close any of the curtains. And so when I went into the hallway, and there's the hallway, the lounge, the hallway, and then at the end is the kitchen, right down the end of the long hallway. And I walked into the hallway, and literally right in front of me was a 6'4" looking dark black silhouette, and he is not see-through. I can literally see around his silhouette is the toaster and the kitchen bench and everything behind him, and then there's this big black figure staring, well, not staring at me because it didn't have a face or anything, it was literally just blackness. These guys are called shadow people, apparently, and I was friggin' terrified, and I just stood there staring at it, trying not to blink in case it came at me when I closed my eyes. I'm gonna say for like a solid 60 seconds, like I just stood there and it didn't go, it didn't become something else. I thought maybe it was a burglar because I don't think I ever locked the back door in that house. But nope, it wasn't a burglar. I just kept staring at it and it didn't say anything and it didn't have a face and it never like adjusted to have features, and that was terrifying. And the light to turn the hallway on was literally by its right in front of it on the wall, and there was no way to turn the light on any other way. So I freaked the fuck out and I was like, fuck it, I just really need to turn the light on. Like if this is a ghost demon, for some reason I feel like once I turn the light on it's gonna disappear. So I closed my eyes for some reason, because I know where the light switch is all off by heart. I closed my eyes and ran it and turned the light on, and when I opened my eyes it was gone. And yeah, that was the end of that. You know when you feel like in real life, if a horror movie thing happens, like you can apply logic and it dissipates. It's not a horror movie, it's real life. That doesn't exist. If I stare at it, if I go towards it, if I check it out, if I examine it, it will be something else, like a coat hanging off the middle of the doorway, but it wasn't. So that one still kind of gives me shivers. And actually not long after that, my best friend had an experience with a shadow man in her house, and then Sammy, our other friend, had an experience with a shadow person in their house. I don't know the order of it, but we all had shadow people visit us around the same time, which was kind of freaky. And it was like 3 AM because I was so scared that I messaged my cousin Anna asking if she could come over, but it was 3 AM, so yeah. Yeah, the other time was when I was with my ex Chantal in her creepy little house. So she lived upstairs of, like above a Chinese takeaway store. And they're living in this tiny little old ass like house that looks like it had been DIY made, like everything was a bit off shaped and a bit funky looking. But yeah, one night we got really baked. This is the first time any of my stories, any of these times, parallel experiences, sorry, parallel. Any of these paranormal experiences, I was definitely dead sober for all of them, but this one, I was really baked. And we were just sitting on the bed, facing her whole bedroom, just cracking out laughing about, I don't know, when suddenly the wardrobe made a knocking sound. I could hear someone knock from inside the wardrobe. It was just like, and we just freaked out and looked straight at it and we're like, and we literally just froze and we were just like, and then we heard again, What? And then, yeah, we heard it open slowly. And it's directly across from us. And we're just watching it. Just... I was terrified. It was pretty scary. But there was nothing in the wardrobe. There was a box of clothes that had been a big ass wardrobe. The box was not leaning against the door or anything. The door just opened by itself, and I was really freaked out and I couldn't sleep. And so Chantal thought, because that was really scary, she thought it was exciting and that we should go check out a haunted place now. So she tricked me into going to Fever Hospital. So she messaged her friend and was like, oh my god, there's a ghost in our wardrobe. Let's go for a drive. We can't sleep. And then I didn't really know, she didn't tell me, but we ended up at Fever Hospital and I was like, bitch, this isn't a drive to get a ghost in the... This is a drive to go try find more ghosts. If that's what you wanted, we could have just sat in your wardrobe. But anyways, we went to Fever Hospital and I was being a little pussy. But I eventually caved and we went in and we didn't actually see anything in there. We took heaps of photos. When we got back to her house, I was looking at all of the photos. And there's a photo of me and Chantal, or Chantal and her friend, yeah, Chantal and her friend, standing by the car, and there's literally this white figure that's kind of like long and gangly, like a Slender Man, and it's just like behind them, behind the car, just popping its little head out like, meow. So that freaked me out when we went back to the house, and then we were back in the house and I was like, oh. Yeah. Oh, also when we got back I was so freaked out, I was like taking photos of her creepy ass house, and I really need to find all these photos. There's a photo of because everything didn't really like cleanly match, so her wardrobe door was like kind of wonky with like gaps between the frame and the door, just because it was old and ugly and DIY and probably, you know. So there's this one photo in the gap of the door. It looks like there's a face on the side with its mouth wide open, like fuck. Fuck that place. Fuck that wardrobe. I didn't feel as scared at Fever Hospital actually. Fever Hospital was just an old hospital, I think. I don't know what kind of hospital. But that's just abandoned. Now it's the SPCA, so the poor puppers have to deal with all the ghosts. Oh, there's one more. I'm almost done. I like to blush my nose, my cheeks, and my eyelids a bit. This is my everyday lazy. Do my brows. Okay, so the other time was not a ghost. Oh, I mean, could have been a ghost. I don't know what it was. But I was taking my usual bus ride to town, which is quite empty because I would catch like the 11 o'clock, like off-peak bus from Mitchell Street in Brooklyn into the city, when a guy jumped on at the shops. So at the main shops one guy jumped on to the bus. So he beat onto the bus, which was sweet, and then he sat about 2 seats in front of me. We were the only people on the bus. It was this black man with a black kind of bowler hat on. It's a pretty snazzy hat. And it was just us. He went off at the last main stop before we get into the city. And from Brooklyn shops down to the hill is about, I don't know, like 3, 4, 5 minutes. Anyways, we're going down the hill and I'm just staring at the window, looking in front of me, looking wherever, and literally the bus driver stops the bus in the middle of the street, going down the hill in the middle of Brooklyn Hill Street, stops the bus, freaks out, looks back at me and goes, "Was there a man on this bus? Was there a guy just over there?" Because he was sitting pretty much at the front seat and I was sitting 2 seats backish across from the driver. Driver's on this side, we're on this side. The bus driver was spooked as fuck and I was like, where is this guy? The black guy with the black hat, right? With the bowler hat. And he was like, okay. And he pulled the bus over. This is how spooked he was. He pulled the bus over and walked up and down. He's like, I have not. He stood in front of me. He's like, I have not pulled this bus over since the shops. Where did he go? I was just like, I was looking at him and then I looked out the window and now he's gone? I'm so confused. Like, there was definitely a guy here. And I was like, yep. There was a guy here with a black hat, right, like 2 seats in front of me. Like, I feel like I wasn't listening to music or anything, like, nope. And the bus driver, of course, is like, I did not, he just wouldn't do it. He's like, in the middle of the lane, just like, I did not stop this bus. Where did he go? And yeah, it's a mystery. So he eventually pulled back up after his little shooketh. So he was like, sorry, that was crazy. I'm like, yeah, it's pretty crazy. He just vanished. He dropped me off, and then every time I got that bus driver, he would just be like, ah, free, get out, free. You're the only one. You're the only one. We saw that man. He vanished. A guy totally vanished. That was pretty weird. That bus driver was so shocked. I remember when I saw him the first, I think it was only like 2 days later, bus, and he was like, oh, no, you don't have to pay. That was crazy. That was crazy, right? Like, you saw him. Just verifying if something crazy happened. And he just talked about it the whole way, because it's usually just me from up on Mitchell, up on the hill, all the way down to the shops, it's usually. So he just kept talking about it, and I got free bus rides because I shared a weird paranormal experience with my bus driver. I got a lot of highlight on. I like to highlight my cupid's bow, my nose, really all the way up here. Even dusted a bit here, but I've got a fringe, so you're not really gonna see it. Under my eyebrow, and like to get like a little brush, get some highlight, and highlight in here. But this is all highlighter. My eyelids are just done with bronzer and blush. This is my everyday, really basic makeup. Might even put a tiny bit on my chin. Not too much. And once that is done, I will do a little bit of eyeliner. unless I fuck up one side. Then a little bit always turns into more. I do my eyeliner different every day, but today I'm just doing a little bit like this, and then I'll do a thin line. But I'm not even gonna make it a proper line, I'm just gonna do there. Like that. I don't know, I think I went really plain today. And some mascara. So yeah, those are 4 paranormal experiences that I have experienced. But I love paranormal. I love that stuff. So if you have any experiences that you've had, oh my god, please share them in the comment section. I want to hear all about it. Or link me your videos talking about it. I love to hear about other people's paranormal experiences. You know, just like really weird experiences, like even times humans just acted really fucking weird. It's a good time. So that is my makeup almost done. Just gonna use some setting spray, just do this cheap. Ooh, inhaled it out my nose and it hurt. So I'm just going to dry my hair, straighten it, and then I'll show you the end result. I hope you liked my get ready with me / storytime video. If you'd like to see more of them, please give me a like. And if you'd like to see more other videos, then give me a subscribe as well. Oh my god, how rude is that phone? But yeah, hope you guys have a lovely day. Bye.